Everybody, I don't know how well this is going to work. My phone's acting kind of stupid. I'm making my first video of what I'm going to do, what this page is mainly going to be about. I really haven't seen anything on YouTube on a start to finish project of how to completely swap an LS into a later OBS model, Silverado, work truck, Suburban, whatever you want to call it. So I think I'm pretty much going to make this video how to do this. I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty new to it. I've never really done one. Never really, messed with the LS engine. Never really messed with anything like that. I have done swaps with my dad and stuff like that before, so I'm not new to that. Not new to really actually working on cars. Just new to the whole LS swap thing. But it's something I really want to do. Something I've been wanting to do for a while. First started with a truck, or a Blazer more or less, that we swapped a V8 into really when it wasn't a thing, and it was fun. It made a lot of memories, a lot of regrets because I made a lot of stupid decisions and got rid of it like a dumbass. Hurt my dad on that one. Pretty much I want to rebuild the memories and make it right again, build something with me and my dad, something to share that later on my sons can see. And it's also going to be like a informational video or informational channel of how to do things. It's not just going to be me working on a truck, but it's also going to be more or less how to repair things, engine wise, car wise, things like that. How to, as best I can, the best I know how. Things I don't know, I also take videos of things my dad does, things I do. If I do racing, my dad's going to do racing. He should be coming up with a new Sportsman series, or I think that's what it is, or Super Stock, something like that. Either way, I'm going to record that as well. Sorry if my face keeps going in and out. I'm having to hold it at a different direction. Either way, before I start babbling on for too long, the vehicle that we're going to do is this right here. It is a 1989 Chevrolet work truck 1500. It's pretty bare bones. It's nothing special. I didn't do the paint job. It's actually got like some, I think they said it's like paint they use to paint cement buildings. Look, I don't know. I didn't make the rules. I have done some things to it. I put tail lights on it, new wheels, just little things to spruce it up, make it my own, I guess. As far as I can tell, there's really no body damage except for like right here, right around this little panel right here, so it shouldn't be too bad to have that taken care of. Has a small leak up there. Have to fix that. We have done things like we have resealed the back glass. I have put new rotors and brakes on it. I converted it from the work truck front end to the modern 98 Silverado front end, or projection style as they want to call it, either way. Show the inside. It's not exactly clean, but it'd be alright. Change out the steering wheel, something more. We've already put a set of 98 60/40 divider seats in it that I actually enjoy. It keeps my ass from sliding around. I couldn't do the bench seats. I have put a decent sized touchscreen in there. I'd never really saw any of them on, even through Google or anybody that's really done it like that. I'm sure there's more out there, but I've yet to see it. If there is, cool. I'll take that out one day and actually show an instructional video how to do that if you want to. It's pretty cool. We're gonna get rid of these door panels and stuff like that. I don't really care for like that crap. This is gonna have to get replaced. We've had to replace a lot of wiring because a lot of wiring actually got fried. Gonna replace all this cluster and stuff like this, these panels. Gonna fix this, gonna replace probably the whole column there, I don't know, down the road, something like that. Those are minor things, but that's not what really this channel is gonna be about. So really what this channel is gonna be about, more or less, will be taking out this beaten dog of an engine. Don't get me wrong, Chevrolet made one hell of a reliable engine. It is 305 small block. Got the toilet bowl injection system in it, or throttle body injection. I like calling it toilet bowl, is what it looks like. But I mean, it's runs true. Haven't really had any issues out of the thing. I mean, it's just an all-around decent motor. But, you know, it's getting that time. It has over 200 plus thousand miles. It blows smoke out the back every time I crank it up. Pretty guessing the valve seals are going out in it. Either way, I'm sure it'll still drive until the damn thing blows up. But that's not what I'm about. I don't want to do things stock. Life's too short to drive boring ass shit. At least not for a car guy. And I am most definitely a car guy. I have the itch. I had the itch ever since I was a child. My dad always messed around with cars. And it's like a disease. I contracted it. I mean, it is what it is. Again, I don't know if the camera's pointing where I want it to, so just ignore it if it's like off in the blue moon somewhere. I'll have to figure it out. I'd like to eventually get a nice little GoPro strapped to the head, or like a bipod system or tripod system so you can see what I'm doing. So let's get to what I'm swapping. Alright, so take on my glasses so I can actually see. Okay, so over here, I don't want to say it's an LM7, but I think it's an LM7. I don't know about it. I picked up the engine for $300, so honestly I feel like that's a steal. It still has AC compressor, which I'm not running because I've never really had AC on hot rod, and I really don't care for it. When it got pulled, all the harness got cut, all the original wiring and stuff, but all the sensors are still in it to my knowledge. I am going to replace them, obviously, but at the same time, I don't know how many of them I'm going to use. Mainly because my dad gave me an idea, because I'm trying to look at this the most, I guess you could say, simplified way of going about this for right now, and then maybe getting a little crazier down the road when I get more experienced at it. But for right now, I think what I'm going to do is go carbureted. It might sound crazy, but I watched a couple Engine Masters the other night, and they make really good power. So, I don't know. I know these are knock sensors. I don't know how bad they look inside there. I'd have to pull them out and look. I'm going to pull off some things today. I'm not going to actually record that right now just because it's going to be kind of a bitch to hold a phone and take stuff off too. So until I kind of find a better way, I might make other videos of how to do that. I have noticed there's a couple things that I'm going to have to fix right off the bat. Don't know if you can see it, but right here, got a broke off exhaust stud. Probably could get that off no problem. It'd be a bitch, I'm sure, but you know, it is what it is. $300, can't really argue it. It is out of a 04 Tahoe, and I don't know how good the heads are, if they're great heads or not. They're Cathedral Port heads, 862s. I don't know if that's a good head to run for naturally aspiration, or NA heads. I don't know if that's good. All this is going to get replaced. I'm going to have the, take care of this, clean that up, of course. Most of this is going to get replaced and brand new. I am going to keep the coil packs, go through them, make sure they're good. Someone told me, a good buddy of mine told me that the ones that have little heat shields on the top of them are supposed to be just as good as output-wise. They're supposed to be just as good as MSD. I don't know how true that is. So, I don't know. I'll leave that at discretion. Leave down in the comments. Let me know. Like I said, I'm learning a lot about these things, and don't know how far I'm going to get with it. I'm going to try my damnedest, though, but I will get this thing swapped in. It will happen, and I will document everything about it. Pretty much today, all I'm really doing to do is take the coil pack covers off. I'm going to take the knock sensor cover off, or valley cover as it's called, I guess. I'm going to get that off. That's pretty much it with the motor. I have an ass of boxes at home for things like the header swap. I run Schoenfield or Schnoenfield long tube headers. long tube headers. They seem like they're supposed to be direct fit. I know I've watched a couple videos. It looks like you might have to do a little bit of massaging, but not much. I bought a set of ITC billet engine mount adapters. I got to climb up underneath that truck, see if it's got a 4L60E or a 700R4 transmission. Depending on which one I need, depends on if I need either way, I know I'm going to need a adapter plate or adapter hub or spacer, whatever it's called. I know I'll need that. Other than that, the only thing I can really think of is, if I'm going to go carbureted, I'm going to have to buy the MSD 6ALS, 6LS, or LSAC. I don't know. It's the whole thing. It's about $700, brand new. I'm going to see if I can find one cheap on eBay, of course. And it comes with a complete harness system that you need to wire everything in. The only thing is, I don't know if I'm doing that. If you do that, can I still run gauges in the dash? I don't plan on running that gauge cluster. I plan on going like Dakota Digital or something like that. But for the most part, I don't know if... I know if I do fuel injection with the wiring harness, you can, splice it in, but I wouldn't recommend splicing. I planned on making my own standalone, like wiring harness. I probably will fail, but you know what? We'll give it a try. Never really done wiring, but it's always fun. I was going to go to LT1 Tech and download the wiring diagram and just go from there and see what wires we're going to need, which ones we don't. Of course, I would talk to the mad scientist, aka my old man, find out which wires we would need, which ones we wouldn't, and go from there and remove which ones we don't. But if we're going to go with the whole carbureted route, I don't for the most part, I've just seen videos of that, and for the most part, it looks like it's pretty straightforward with it. It has a wiring harness, sister wiring harness, and everything you need to plug up. I just don't know, like I said, I don't know if you can run, gauges. Does it have anything to run from that? Do you still keep the factory ECU in the car? I don't know. I'm still learning about that one. So, yeah. I'm trying not to make this first video too long and babble on, but I have big plans for it, things I want to do. The truck, more or less, I'd like it to... I just bought a Beltec kit for it, so I'm going to show you guys how to lower one of these trucks as well without having to C-notch it. We're going to do a 3/4 drop kit from Beltec, which, by the way, their customer service is absolute garbage. But that's a later story on a different day. You'd think paying almost $700 for a product, they would be a little, spiffy about giving you your stuff. Or at least giving you a tracking number to find it, where it's at. 6 days later, your package, almost 8 days later, your package finally arrives at your door with no telling you how it got there. Or who brought it. Yeah. But, never mind. Point of it is, I'm going to show everybody how to drop it, how to do all that. The goal is to drop the truck to a decent amount, not to, something stupid where you have to C-notch it or it scrapes or nothing like that. I would love to do that, but that's just not my forte. It's not what I'm going to be doing. And for the most part, we're going to put a nasty little 5.3 in it. Goals, it may be unattainable or unrealistic. I don't know. Again, I don't know what the potential of these things are naturally aspirated. I would like to see somewhere in the realm, let's say 450, 500. If I could see that on motor without nitrous or anything like that, that would be freaking sweet. Drag times, I would like to see it somewhere in the 7, maybe 8 second range in the 8th mile. If that's too high or too less, we'll see. But I'd like to have that. That to me signifies something decent, like decent street vehicle. So, I don't know. It's a long road, a lot of things I'm going to have to do, I know. But we'll be there, right? And you'll be watching, either laughing or cheering me on. Either one. Like I said, if you have any advice, or if you have any, pretty much advice, knowledge, tips, please share it. Leave it down in the comments. I'm open to criticism. I'm open to constructive criticism, not being a douche. Because if you're a douche, I'm just not going to respond. It's a waste of time. But if you have any kind of, criticism or advice or anything, anything, I'll gladly appreciate it, and it'll go to good use. I mean, it'll help me out, tell me what I need to know, and I can go from there. So with that being said, this is Neighbors and Sons Speed Shop first video. Thank you for coming, and thank you for watching. Appreciate your time. Like, comment, subscribe, and hit that little notification bell if there is one yet. I don't know. That way you know when I make one. I'm not going to be making one every day or every, couple days, but I'll at least try to make at least 1 to 2 videos a week. I am still working full-time night shift job. I'm still a husband, and I'm still, more importantly, a father of 2. So my time is not exactly going to be completely devoted to this. So I will say, this is a realistic thing for a realistic person. I'm not big money, don't have big shop. So I guess you could say this is pretty much the real man's budget, real man thing. I'm even going to put prices to let everybody know what you're looking at. So it's not, oh, I heard from this guy and this guy. No, it's not going to be that. I'm going to let you know honestly what you're looking at here from a real perspective, because I'm going to try to find the best budget, but I'm not going to exactly spare and go cheap where I shouldn't. So, yeah. Thanks for stopping by, guys.